Would you guys have sex with Bowser?
No, we're
100%. If it's Jack Black and he's singing
Wait,
me
what?
Peaches, yes.
Dude, I would fuck Jack Black so much that I would cause inflation and crash the economy.
What kind of inflation?
Welcome to the first podcast. I'm Lars, your main host, and I apologize today if you hear really loud jet plane noises on my recording. I've been traveling recently, and the only place available to me for recording was this snack bar here at a local missile silo, so don't worry about that. It's not going to be like that every week. And with me, as always, is Tresten, a.k.a. the Serpent Lord, a.k.a. Spaghetti, oh my god, Spaghetti, as well as TJ, who is the physical manifestation of Wayne Campbell and Garth Algar having sex in a truck stop bathroom and somehow birthing the results. I don't know. He goes by TJ on the internet, and he's a successful musician, and we're glad to have him. Boy, are we. And with us today as well is Jeaire. Welcome to the show, Jeaire.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
I wish I understood what all of that meant.
What the fuck was that? Pardon my French, but what the fuck?
Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys.
It's definitely a unique intro, I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was definitely an intro. It was the intro of all time.
Yes. So, Jeaire, for people who are listening in the audience and may or may not be familiar with who you are and what you do, can you tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Sure. I am a VR or virtual reality content creator and also a horror content creator on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Spaghetto, you like horror?
I do love horrors. Horrors.
Horror. Enunciate the or.
Sorry. Sorry.
All right, Tresten. Don't be collecting chromosomes too. Just calm down.
I have a few you can have, I promise.
The Five Nights at Freddy's sound has been stuck in my brain where it's just like, or.
That's what I was doing, yeah.
Horror. Yes, I love horror.
Quick question. Do you guys get earworms? Is that a thing for you guys? Okay.
Oh my god, yes.
Welcome to the podcast. It's a podcast.
I realized the other day that literally, I never don't have a song playing in my head. And I'm wondering if that's like a bad thing.
Well, if that's a bad thing, I think I'm screwed.
It's called ADHD, Lars.
Yeah, I have that.
Well, that makes sense.
In kind of the pre-show, I was talking about all these old commercials that would get stuck in my head, and one of them was like the Lionel Coin Bank commercial, which was like this electronic bank that was trained themed and had all these kids chanting the name of the product over and over again. It just gets stuck in your head.
Here is a collectible bank sure to warm the hearts of everyone who loves trains.
Lionel Coin Bank, Lionel Coin Bank.
Nobody's messing with your head. Nobody's messing with your head, man.
And it's like,
yeah,
one of those things that
Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Dude.
The Shirley Temple DVD collection that they would always play over and over again, and you have animal crackers in my soup. Like, it's like, stop it.
Experience Shirley Temple, brilliantly restored in black and white and in color.
Animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits loop-the-loop.
3 Shirley Temple classic family films, beautifully restored in black and white and also in color.
I used to get that too. I'm a 90s kid, and they would always have the music infomercials on. So like the now, that's what I call music CDs and like the old time collection and stuff. Yeah. I grew up poor, so that was always on like the poor channels. And every freaking day, that's what I call them.
Well, I think it was on like all channels too. Didn't Cartoon Network used to have them?
Never had cable, so I just whatever.
It's had Jerry Springer.
All you have to do is go to a gas station and pay like $2 and you can buy a cable there.
Not that kind of cable.
Yeah, like a cable. You could be like, oh, now I can charge my
You're
phone.
roboting.
Yay!
Now who's the robot?
Yeah, Tresten, you are roboting as fuck right now. What did you just say?
I mean, you were doing a diagnostic check earlier, and you just kind of like soft rebooted after expelling all bodily fluids from your body. So
This is just what's left over.
Okay.
you going through all of your bodily functions? You're doing like a diagnostic check on your body.
We forgot to do one of the things on the checklist.
What's that?
Jeaire,
Yes.
what is your address?
That I am not
What?
giving you. Up your ass and to the left. There we go.
Okay,
Nice.
Tresten, why you
Ooh.
gotta
Nice.
why you gotta dox everybody, Tresten? Like you do this to me.
Wait, hold on. No, TJ.
What? I'm
TJ,
calling him out.
When you say why, no, when you say why you got a doc, that implies that he was successful. He just got shot the fuck down.
I know. Why is he always attempting to do it? Is what I'm saying. Because he does it. He does it to me
Homie, you're the one that doxed us first.
by accident.
One of these days, he's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna be thrown off, and they'll reveal their information, and then what?
Yeah. Like if I'm like my social is like, someone's gonna be like, oh, I should look this up. Yeah.
Hmm.
TJ, what's our address? What's our address, TJ?
TJ, say the line. What's the address?
Say the line part.
Say it. Say the line. What is the address?
10900 Northeast 4th Street, Bellevue, Washington 98004 USA.
That's Valve headquarters.
You're on the totally other side of the country. I'm in the southeast,
Oh, really? What state do you live in?
North Carolina.
I used to live there. I was born there.
I'm originally from upstate New York, and then moved here. But
I know that because I watched the Jeaire furry video.
which furry
The
video?
girls.
There's many of them. Oh, the girls video.
Wait, what?
All of them.
Hold on.
What? Whoa!
Not with the girls.
How many furry videos did you film with girls?
With girls, none. But have you seen my YouTube channel? I did plenty with a protogen.
I've seen a few videos.
I have seen your YouTube channel before, and it features videos like the recently published Escaping Evil AI Prison with Nothing But My Hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And videos
outta
like that,
hand.
yeah, they feature quotes such as, I was trying to double fist it, but it only needs one fist. It's not big enough for two. So we'll let you guys figure out what that's in reference to.
Yeah, that's doing my deep dive on Jeaire. That's a reoccurring theme of
Well, that's as shallow as a fucking cereal bowl.
The theme is Freudian slips. Is what I was going at. Is what I was saying.
Okay. If that's really as deep as you dived, she literally just posted that video like a few minutes ago, TJ.
I know. I'm just saying. Like usually the thing that comes up is sucking. So
Oh yeah, because the dungeon. I didn't even realize that the Dungeons of Eternity video that I did was literally about soul sucking as a magician, and I just took it and ran with it. That I suck.
You also have videos such as Picture Time with My Lolly Gets Creepy in Viva Project VR.
Yep.
And you also have a lot of videos with Boneworks, which our buddy Doplex is a huge fan of.
Boneworks and Bone Lab. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I've heard good. Okay, can you explain the premise of that game, by the way? Because I've heard really good things about it.
Boneworks or Bone Lab?
Boneworks.
So essentially, if you follow the story, it involves Arthur Ford realizing that these two companies are sort of competing against each other. But what I do with it is I mess around in the sandbox and I get mods and I have fun with all of the physics and stuff. Because when Boneworks came out, it was one of the only games that used the physics in virtual reality. And I got stuck on it. And now with all of the mods and stuff that were out with it, it was, you can almost do everything that you can do in real life in Boneworks. And then when they made the follow-up Bone Lab, it improved the physics in a way. And a lot of things are a lot smoother, but it's still the same concept. Get in, mess around, have fun with physics and virtual reality. If you want to smash things against a wall that you really shouldn't, if you want to jump from really high heights, if you want to take Glitch Daddy and try and chop his legs off. Go for it.
So our very special guest, is it okay if I'm bad at pronouncing your name?
I'll allow it.
Okay, because when I first saw your name, I was just like, oh, is it Jeaire?
Jeaire.
Jeaire. That was a running joke for a long time.
Oh, it's probably G. Like, all the other letters are silent except for J-E.
J.
It's not how French works.
The original name's actually been mine since I was a kid. It was the name of my first Neopet. I was all excited because I saved up for a baby paintbrush, and I adopted a little loop and painted him baby and named him Jeaire. I wanted to sound cool, like thinking it sounded like the air or something. Keep in mind I was young.
What's a Neopet again?
Okay,
Oh.
Zoomer.
He's the one person. He's the one person that did not exist in the 1990s. So
No, yes, I did. I was born in 1999, fuckface.
1 year.
I was in the
Neopets.
90s for 3 months.
Neopets. Neopets is a Scientologist plot
It is actually.
and a Tamagotchi simulator. It actually is a Scientologist plot.
Oh, I remember Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's like imagine like Tom Cruise mixed with Tamagotchi, and then you got the right idea.
What kind of Neopet was Jeaire?
It was a baby loop.
Baby Loop? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, it was all about fucking Webkins.
Yeah.
I
But
heard
it's
of
like
it, but
the-
I didn't really get into that. That and Habbo Hotel.
It's like the
were
Neopets that you have at home.
I liked Webkins. It was fun. You get like stuffed animals.
Of course you did, because you didn't know any better.
Okay, jeez.
But yeah, Lars isn't kidding when he said that Neopets does have a history with Scientology.
It actually does, and I wasn't making a funny. There is a lot of Scientologist funding for Neopets.
I did not know that. That's
Yeah.
insanely strange.
Yeah, when we had Courtney Project SNT on the podcast, yeah, she actually like talked to us about this. Like she has like a lot of insider knowledge. And it is a front for recruiting Scientologists. It's also like a really fun Tamagotchi kind of game. So it's like fine, but
You know, it balances out.
yeah. If you guys are ever still playing Neopets and you see something in there that it's like your Neopet is sick, get audited to heal them. Maybe say no, but otherwise you should be fine.
Read this indoctrination manual and you will win.
I was gonna say I also really liked Mighty Beans as a kid.
I had those.
I don't know why.
The fuck is Mighty Beans?
Mighty Beans were like these little collectible plastic beans that they would put different designs on, like Funko Pops, basically. But they were just like
Man.
little jelly beans.
And you could like fight them.
Yeah, they had like weights and magnets in them and stuff. So
Yeah, that and Bakugan was sick.
I feel like if they're gonna advertise beans to kids to collect, they're really fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel at that point. Like, here kids, just have some beans.
Well, a big reason they went away is because they were beans with fucking magnets in them, so kids ate them because beans are food. So why would you put magnets in a toy that's shaped like food?
oh, they tried to bring them back. There's like Fortnite Mighty Beans.
There also is the same issue with Polly Pockets too. They had to take the magnets out because people were eating them.
What's like the thruster weight thing where it's like, because magnets have like a field, and then how like if you're a small child, would you be able to float if you ate a bunch of magnets? Does the math check out on that?
No. I mean, to get those kind of magnets to float, they often have to be like superconductors, and you have to like make them really cold.
Okay.
And I think you'd have to dip the child in liquid nitrogen or something.
Oh God, that's just too far for him. He can't handle it.
It's not like the kid's going to become Magneto all of a sudden. So
Somewhere out there, some government agency is testing this now.
Yeah, like we just have to dip this child in nitrogen.
put a bunch of super magnets inside of a kid, and then you treat him like a hoverboard, like in Back to the Future, and you just do kick flips with him.
Jesus Christ.
Turn it into a surfboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like instead of those wall mounted like hunting decorations, you just have the child.
The child.
I would like to see the child.
The child.
So, Jeaire, if I can call you that,
You may.
what is the worst crime you've committed in VR?
Oh.
Ooh,
Good question.
the Wally stuff.
Oh, definitely like multiple mass murders. 100%.
Oh, well, that's not that bad.
I mean, comparatively for VR, I've punched a child in the face a few times, killed it, revived it, killed it again.
Oh, that's child's play, pun intended.
No, Jeaire, we're talking about in VR, not real life. In VR specifically.
Oh, okay.
Would you guys have sex with Bowser?
No, we're
100%. If it's Jack Black and he's singing me Peaches, yes.
Fuck yeah. Someone finally gets it. Yes.
When I saw that movie, that song was in my head for 2 weeks straight, nonstop. Jack Black is a babe.
Peach, you're so cool.
This makes me think of an old hypothetical I heard on an old like Let's Play channel where it's like you get like $1 million or whatever, but every time you have sex with somebody, they instantly just they look like Jack Black. It look and sound like Jack Black.
That's amazing.
I would be the richest person in the world.
Dude. I would fuck Jack Black so much that I would cause inflation and crash the economy.
What kind of inflation?
Oh!
Bowser's dick.
Hey, everybody, why don't you go on, if you want to find more about the stock market inflation crash, just look up Bowser inflation rule 34 on Google Images.
Yeah, it should be fine. Get you some education.
Oh, remember, kids, ask your parents to search it with you.
Oh.
By the way, Tresten, no, I don't want to have sex with Bowser. No.
Oh, I actually have a story about Bowser.
Wait, what?
I have a story about Bowser if y'all want to sit around the Spaghetto campfire.
Okay.
Does it come with extra cheese?
It comes with extra uncomfortableness.
I'm used to it.
All right, well, before we get into that, by the way, guys, if you've been tuning in for a while and you really want to help support the show, you can...
And mute.
Yeah, there we go. Jesus, it sounds like a wind tunnel. Anyway, okay. All right. Patreon.com/T1podcast really helps support the show. If you've been tuning in for a while, you can get lots of bonus episodes, a funny role in the Discord, a patron-only chat, and more. Go ahead and check that out. We also have a Discord in which you can tune into these episodes live at discord.t1podcast.com and say funny things in the chat, like SG the Real YouTube, who says, I joined and all I hear is Bowser's dick. So discord.t1podcast.com if you want to get on the episodes with an on-air shout-out like that. And anyway, go ahead and tell us your Bowser penis story, Tresten, if you got
it. Sorry, you guys were talking about earworms earlier. You want to know what's stuck in my head right now?
A literal worm that you put in your ear?
Haha, very funny. I'm just imagining Jack Black singing, penis, 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 penis. Instead of Peaches.
Is that the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
It's stuck in my brain.
Wait, no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jesus, fuck.
They did cross over once.
Go ahead. On this Jeaire episode, go ahead and tell your Spaghetto story.
Okay. So before I met TJ, I was going to this gaming club at a college. And this girl took interest in me. Except she was very strange. And I thought not too much of it. But then as time went on, we would hang out more and spend more time together. She got more interested in me. And she decided to be like, hey, I like you, so let's kind of try and make this a thing. I was a bit, uncomfortable, but I said, you know what, screw it. I haven't really done this before, so I'll give it a shot. There was this visual novel she kept telling me about with her friends, and there was the whole, haha, funny, don't download and play this. And then they kept telling you not to download and play this. It was this not safe for work visual novel about Bowser, but I didn't know that. They kept telling me not to play it and kept teasing me about it, and I eventually finally tried the game. And it started off as this really weird, husky Bowser that's got extra chest hair inviting you over to his castle to play Smash Bros. And then it devolves into literal just insane gay sex. And there's 2 endings where you get to either top or bottom Bowser, and it's just scarred into my brain because his penis was so spiky.
I'm a bit frightened if Bowser's penis looks like a cactus.
Didn't they?
It was literally a cactus penis with a giant red clown nose tip.
Didn't they make a sequel where you dated Wario too?
No, that was unrelated, TJ, but I'm glad you know your Mario visual novel universe.
Yeah, he downloaded that in his private time. Don't worry.
No, I vaguely remember you telling me about this, and there was a Wario one as well. I don't know if there was a Waluigi one.
But yeah, that's how I saw the Bowser visual novel. And That was also my introduction to visual novels as well. It was not great.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that was my introduction to gay sex.
That too, actually.
That was my intro to Mario.
No. Like that actually was my first introduction to gay sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gay now, by the way.
Yeah. So it works. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks, Tresten.
Yeah, I figured that was a story the internet needed to hear.
Yeah. By the way, why would you want a cat? Okay. A couple questions.
The thoughts that keep you up at night.
There was so much semen coming out of the cactus.
Clip that for later. Let's see here. So first of all, why would you want a cactus wiener?
Self-defense.
You just whip it out and fling your cock at the intruders and be like, hey, yo, bro, don't steal my shit.
Check this.
Okay, so fair enough.
And being the only one that doesn't have one of those in area recording, I would use it for self-defense, 100%.
Wait, so it's external? Wait, so you could like take it out and use it as like a weapon in this, Tresten?
Lars, I just
Yes?
looked up the visual novel, and this visual novel is like, it's from 2015 at this point, and there's a comment from 4 months ago that says, is there any more visual novel in the future?
Nice. So someone's like waiting with bated breath, like, God damn it, I want another one.
I need the next chapter.
Mhm.
I need it. Ugh!
Yeah. Anyway, the spiciest visual novel I think I've ever played is that I Love You, Colonel Sanders one, which...
Oh, that one's
yeah.
really good. It's so good.
Jeaire, have you heard of this? KFC came out with a visual novel at one point.
No, I didn't hear about it at all. I've actually never seen a visual novel or played a visual novel. I'm getting ready to do Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time.
No!
Is that a problem?
Spaghetto's beginning as a YouTube creator
He has a
was
history.
as a Doki YouTuber. He got his fame that way.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. The PTSD flashbacks must be horrible.
You're literally talking to one of the biggest DDLC content creators, at least ex DDLC content creators.
Yeah, he can answer any questions if you got him. By the way.
Yeah, if you have any questions, I know everything.
So just be prepared, Jeaire. The next 7 years of your life are going to be completely devoted to it. You're going to hate it at the end of it, and you're going to start a podcast with someone else. So be prepared.
Yeah.
I am getting my anus ready now.
All right. Good to know.
I love I'm just imagining Tresten having a PTSD flashback, as you said, DDLC.
That whole tangent aside, so basically, KFC had this weird like meme era, which is a weird thing to say, where that's Kentucky Fried Chicken for our international listeners, where they came out with like sexy Colonel for a while, and they had that one like Lifetime movie where Colonel Sanders gets to like square away this heiress or something. You guys watch that one? It had like Mario Lopez as
What
Colonel
the fuck
Sanders
are
or
you
something.
watching in your free time?
I'm aware of it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, they also came out with a visual novel called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders," and they made the Colonel very good looking. Here, I'm going to post the.
I'm looking at the Steam page now.
Yeah, guys, look it up on Steam, and I'll go ahead and post that in the chat. We try not to do this too much, so I'm only going to do this once. But
Modern KFC has this obsession with making Colonel Sanders sexy for some reason.
yeah,
Listen, Daddy Colonel can fucking get it. I will give him my mini corn dog.
Now listen here. This is a Colonel Harlan Sanders, and I do not appreciate
hold on,
taking my.
TJ. You gotta do the voice better. Oh, now listen here. This is Colonel Harlan Sanders.
I'm
I
not
don't
why
appreciate
doing
you.
why are you
Christian.
Christian? Why are you doing this as Christian?
I don't appreciate you taking Sada Chew and making him into a KFC.
No, I don't know. It's like when I go to get when I go to get like crispy fried chicken, I'm not really thinking about like wanting to like fuck the manager or anything. So it is a weird kind of tangent that they went on. But yeah. So yeah, Jeaire, if you're looking for something after DDLC, I got a game for you. I'll just put it that way.
I'll have to check it out for sure. I'm a bit concerned about this Colonel Sanders one though, because the developer is PsyOp. That is a very strange name to have for a game.
Oh, it's gonna be like Polybius, where they have like an arcade machine made by the CIA, and it's like it brainwashes you, and you play it, and you like become like a sleeper agent.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Neopets being involved in Scientology, and now Colonel Sanders is working with the government for some kind of psychological operation.
Yeah.
MK Ultra visual novel.
But yeah, if you need any visual novel recommendations, I've played plenty.
I'll have to hit you up and get you to send me a list of maybe some horror related ones.
Yes.
Oh, he's got those.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no more imploding.
Yeah, calm your tits, Tresten. Calm your
I
tits.
could talk about horror movies and horror content for literally like hours and hours and hours and hours.
Same. My plan after this is I'm getting a pizza and watching Saw X.
Yes, I'm watching Saw X tonight as well. I'm getting the fucking popcorn bucket from Cinemark.
I am too lazy to go to the movie theater, so I'm watching it on Peacock from the comfort of my couch with my cat.
The theater I'm going to has pizza they literally will bring to you. And it's in, like, the chairs are recliners. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, you said Cinemark. Yep, that's amazing.
Tresten, do you have like an Alamo draft house by you or something?
I'm sorry, Larson. What is that?
Okay, so there's this chain of theaters that I wish was closer to me. There's one in LA, but that's like an hour.
Yep.
So it's like a little bit far. But basically they're like these deluxe theaters where you can go there and you get like an actual like restaurant table to kind of like sit at, and they give you can order like beers on tap and everything, and they have rules too. Like you can't be a piece of shit while you're watching the movie. Like you can't talk, you can't use your phone or anything. They will literally kick you out the moment they see it. So it's like a carefully regulated and a super premium experience. I wish we had those here. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, go. I really want to check one of those out.
Yeah, Lars, I've heard of those theaters. There's also another version that you get to rent out a queen size bed, and that sounds awesome.
But wouldn't you fall asleep?
That's not what I'm worried about.
I think you would get kicked out of the theater if you're thinking what I think you're thinking.
Well, yeah, like if you're having a tickle fight and you're laughing too much, that definitely would get you kicked out.
Okay.
But I really want to go to one of those 4D movie theaters. Have you guys heard of those?
I have not.
Yeah, they have them in theme parks. Well, I know they have. I've heard of 4D movie theaters because they like blast air in your face and stuff like that.
And it'll like rain on you, and the seats will like move around.
Oh, 4D. I thought you meant like 40, like 40 Quinn from You. Okay, no, 4D. Okay, I got you.
4D's nuts
4D's
in your
nuts.
mouth, bitch.
Anyway, moving on. Jeaire, we should talk about your content a little bit more. Let's try.
I am perfectly fine listening to you guys talk.
So, a couple questions. I'd like to hear a little bit about your project with the girls at some point. So we should talk about that. I'd also like to hear about your yes, TJ?
No, I was saying that was one of the questions I was going to ask, but thanks for asking it for me.
Oh, that was also my next question.
All right, all three of us at once ask her, what
Can
is
you
your
give us
association
a
with the girls and how did that
YouTube
project get
channel?
about?
So the girls actually happened because Gabby and I were friends. And I was new to the content creation scene. I didn't really know anybody. We got to talking, and then unbeknownst to me, she was also friends with Christy. And they were talking outside of our conversation about getting a group together just to play VR and do gameplay and stuff. And the three of us got together, recorded our first bit, and we all got along really well. And the rest of it is just history, literally, I guess, at this point. But yeah, it started off with me and Gabby, and then Gabby and Christy, and it all took place within like the span of a couple of weeks. And then we all just met up, we hit it off really, really well.
Yeah, that's how
Nice.
I found your channel. I actually found you I found the girls indirectly through Amber because we had Drumsy on. We've had Drumsy on a few times, but the last time that he was on, he talked about Paladin Amber, so I was just looking into that, and that's just how I found the girls.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, the girls is almost every single person on there I have heard of at some point. I remember hearing their name on the internet. So they're a recognizable bunch. They're working hard.
When I first clicked on the girls' YouTube channel and watched one of the videos, I was a little disappointed there wasn't any cute guys on the video, to be honest.
Have you seen the crossover with the boys? Come on now.
Well, I don't know. It's just I thought the girls were like all in.
There's a plane.
Is Lars experiencing 9/11 too?
Yeah, electric boogaloo.
The planes are coming to his house this time.
Lars, I just wanted cute gay men, and you just are getting fucking bombed.
I think Lars lives in the Pentagon.
Okay, that was incredibly fucking loud. Hopefully it didn't get on the recording.
Post 9/11 was a weird time because everybody thought that like out in the middle of Kansas there was going to be somebody bombing your cornfield or something.
Wait, wouldn't 9/11/2 just be called 9/12?
Not necessarily, because if they're doing it on the
I
anniversary,
think that'd probably be called World War III.
yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Like if Osama bin Laden had a clone, I think he'd
Mhm.
probably do it on the anniversary, not on 9/12.
Now, if Osama bin Laden had a clone, he'd become like a Twitch streamer and he would just
Dude.
play gacha games and watch anime.
What if Osama bin Laden's clone turned good though, and they had like a battle to the death? It was like Osama bin Laden versus Mecha Osama.
Isn't this like the plotline to Star Wars or something?
Is this the plot to Clone High, where they just clone historical figures?
Oh hey Jigsaw, what's up, buddy? Jigsaw's been on the Jesus, titty fucking Christ, that is loud. Oh dear Lord.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
If you say Osama bin Laden 3 times, he just shows up.
A second plane has hit Trulor's house.
Sorry guys. Ah! Ah!
A plane hit the Pentagon! Ah!
What the fuck?
I told you guys I was recording from a missile silo. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so Jeaire, your YouTube channel.
Yes.
So riddle me this. So let's say that someone's sitting around and they have like, I don't know, an extra. Oh, there's a fire truck going by. Let's say someone has an extra $1,000 to $1,500 sitting around, and I'm talking like discretionary income here. And they're like, you know what? I've heard about this VR thing, but I don't know. I'm not sure. What would you tell this person?
I would tell that person to hold on to their money and wait for the Quest 3 to actually stop pre-ordering and release.
All right.
For that price range. Normally, my recommendation is the Valve Index. However, you have to have a gaming PC to go along with that. The Quest 2 and the Quest 3 work standalone, and you can use AirLink to do PC VR. So I think for most people, the Quest headsets would be the most accessible. And then if you become a fanatic like I am and buy almost every headset that's out there, that's not my.
I was mainly asking just to say, like, do you think that it's worth getting into the hobby? Is I guess
Yes.
my
Yes.
okay.
100,000%. It's changed my life, not just because of the channel itself, but it's given me gaming in a totally different way than flat screen gaming ever has. I've been a gamer all of my life. My first game system was an Atari and a Nintendo, NES Nintendo, when I was 5 years old. And when I put on my headset for the first time in 2016, it completely changed the way that I look at gaming.
Nice. It reminds me. I have an anecdote, by the way, to give the podcast, and this is cute. So I'll bring it up as opposed to Tresten's Bowser's penis story.
A little bit of wholesomeness injection in here.
When I was a kid, I had an idea. I'm like 6 at this point. Okay, so I had an idea for a console called the UN screen, where I thought that in the future that like we would eventually be able to obviously have the technology where you could jump into your television screen and that you could play VR that way. So the idea was that like you get this system for like $300 and be able to jump into like the Mushroom Kingdom and play as Mario or something. So that's not quite what we got, but we got VR. So that's, that's a close second,
enough.
I guess.
Is it
Yeah.
the plot to Channel Chasers?
We're getting there. We're getting there, definitely.
I don't know.
I wasn't one of the lucky people that got my hands on the Quest 3, but I will soon. And from what I've seen, it looks better than ever. And then once, with big screen beyond coming or releasing to the general public, small factor form, being able to watch TV or watch Netflix or play games or do your work in a VR headset that's non-obtrusive, not too heavy, not, all in the way, not that you need a bazillion cables going everywhere and stuff, just something that's easy for people to put on and take off and they can do whatever we want. Eventually we'll be doing exactly that, jumping into the TV screen and whatever our minds can imagine.
That'd be cool. I mean, I wish I could. I also realize now that that's probably not a great idea in some ways, because like if you jump into a screen and then you die in the game,
And it ends up being like Poltergeist or Sword Art Online, I guess.
yeah, then you haunt people, I guess, which is fun.
So, Jeaire, I appreciate you mentioning the Oculus Quest 3 because I was literally about to buy a Quest 2 like in a couple weeks. So
MetaQuest
Yeah.
3 is the way to go.
I had no idea they were making a Quest 3 this soon.
Yeah, the Connect was the announcement and all that was earlier this week.
Yeah, I figured it'd be great because, as far as I know, like the Quest is able to connect to PC with a cable, and you can just play in your living room as well, separate.
And it connects to your PC through Wi-Fi as well.
Ooh,
Yeah, the AirLink is wireless, so you can connect with the cable, which will give you more stability. But you can also use AirLink and stream any PC VR games. You can stream or cast from the headset. You can do everything wirelessly, basically. Hand tracking is really cool, so when you get it, you got to check it out.
Yeah, I don't want people to see where my hands are, but yeah, I'm excited. I also was debating on the PSVR 2, but I don't know if there's like a lot of games for it yet or not.
The quality of the PSVR 2 is better, and there's a lot of criticism, I guess, online that they don't have the library to back it up. But from what I played, like I played Horizon on it. I did Switchback VR, things like that. The library is expanding, and the games themselves are excellently made. Sometimes better than the stuff that you see on like the Steam VR workspace and stuff. And it goes through a lot more, I guess, quality control and testing and stuff before they officially release stuff for the PSVR 2. That being said, I bought one specifically for VR, and I haven't used it all that much other than the games that I mentioned. Just because
Well, you should. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say just because, well, my PlayStation's downstairs in my living room, but I don't know. The headset itself is more comfortable, but my field of view is cut off really bad, and I'm already blind, so it's bad enough as it is.
And 5 foot tall, so it's already hard.
How are you blind? Just like see. It's not
I'm
that
legally
hard.
blind.
Legally,
Jeez, just,
legally
you know,
blonde.
That's a good movie. You should watch it.
Just blink your eyes, you'll see better.
Oh, have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this?
That's all.
You guys
folks.
seen this? You guys see this like anti-glasses lady who's been going around? I saw this on Reddit the other day.
Yes, I have.
There's like this. She's like what Clara speaks. What's her name? It's
Martha
like
Speaks?
someone's thoughts. Something Jessica's thoughts. What are these kind of names? Where she's been going around saying like the thing that you need to know about glasses is that you don't need them, and if you do eye yoga, you'll be able to fix them.
Really? I'll tell her to get into a car with me without my lenses and without my glasses on and see how she feels about that.
She's like, just do more eye yoga. Do more eye yoga.
Eye yogurt.
Shut the fuck up, TJ.
all right, Bowser.
I hate you.
It's weird because like glasses are like 700 years old, and I would think by now we would know if they were a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they're like a very tested product that billions of people use, and that helps.
Not me.
Yeah, I have perfect vision, so I don't need them. And an electric car, so I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
Lars
really
is just
gas
like,
either,
I'm
but-
genetically better than you.
Yeah, Tresten with his perfect vision and perfect car and perfect body.
I didn't need braces either because my teeth were pretty much
perfect teeth.
But yeah.
Perfect penis. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's like 7 inches long. It's just perfect length. Yeah. So, but anyway,
Proof?
nope, that's not happening. By the way, speaking of VR headsets, I think TJ had a question.
Yeah, I actually have a topic that's related to the metaverse and VR, where I saw on Twitter recently that Lex Friedman did an interview with Mark Zuckerberg where they're showcasing some tech that they were developing for metaverse VR, where they have like extremely realistic video calls where they have body scans of people, and I'm gonna post like it's like the whole it's like an interview, like an hour long, but I'm just gonna post the video here so you can just kind of see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it going around. I haven't watched it yet, but I usually keep up to date on Lex's stuff.
It's like really trippy watching this footage because of how
Realistic it is.
like detailed and realistic these 3D models are, because that's literally like their body scanned. Obviously, it's not practical yet because, as they mentioned, the scanning process like takes like a couple hours, but they're trying to work on trying to make it more accessible. But it's just, yeah, it's like, it's so strange just looking at it. If you guys want to take a peek at it.
It gives me the same feeling as when I see like AI deepfakes, where it's almost too uncanny.
Right.
So, like, you know that it's real, but at the same time, it's like throwing off. I think it's really freaking cool, and if it ever gets to the point, whether that's Meta, whether that's Valve, whether that's
Mhm.
Sony with the PlayStation, I'm looking forward to see if things actually roll. I think it's still years away, but eventually we're gonna get to the point where VR chat looks like that.
So I was gonna just kind of offer a layman's thought here, which is that I think this stuff is really cool, but I think it would benefit from just like a little bit of stylization, just to kind
Mhm.
of separate it from that uncanny valley. Where if
Mhm.
it looked a little bit like magical, I think it might
Mhm.
have a little bit more of an appeal, as opposed to hyper real.
Not necessarily Pixarify it, but like clean it up a
Yeah,
little.
That is something that they do discuss in the interview though. Not there's like a lot of fine tuning that they still have to do, but that is like something that is brought up.
I think what would make it look really well is if they do it in the art style of Big Mouth.
You'd already have cartoon
That'd be cool.
avatars, Tresten.
yeah. Well, Big Mouth is like the bottom barrel.
I'm actually blown away by a lot of the stuff that Code Miko does as well, but she uses mocap and I think Unity to make everything so slick. But if they could get something like that, it would go over a lot better than having to go in and get body scans and stuff.
Well, yeah, just like matching your movements, I think is a lot more practical for a lot of people at this point, if anything.
I genuinely would be scared of a body scan because like I wouldn't want someone to abuse that and just be able to like own my image.
Especially from any like corporation in America. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is just more of a proof of concept. Like they said, there's a lot of bugs that they have to iron out, and there's a lot. It's like it's going to be years in development, but it's just like just seeing something like this, it's just like wow.
Especially like because I've like I said, I've had a VR headset since 2016, and to see where it started to where it is now and where it's continuing to go is absolutely mind blowing.
I think that just about sums it up. By the way, we've been trying to keep these to about an hour each for the sake of our editors, so we'll
Mhm.
probably wrap things up pretty quickly here towards the end. And if there's any burning questions you guys have or anything you've been dying to talk about, Jeaire, we can get into that now.
I did have 5 questions on the list still.
Well, if you got, pick your best one, and we'll go out with that.
Was showing your full face a display of you overcoming your social anxiety, and how did it affect you afterwards?
It was. I started content creation adamant that I would never show my face. I didn't even want to speak. Showing my face was, at the time, I was terrified. But now looking back on it, it opened up more doors for me in the sense that like I'm more comfortable with me and being on camera. I'm still not great with doing pictures and stuff. That's always something I'm always gonna be bothered with. But the big thing for me was going to PAX Aus with the girls and doing, photo ops and meet and greets and stuff. That was step one. And then the face reveal. And ever since then, it's just kind of, I still get nervous and I'm still incredibly socially anxious. I'm bad at keeping in touch with people. It takes me entirely too long when I'm editing my horror stuff to get over that I'm watching myself and not nitpicking the little things. And, what are people going to think if this looks this way and that looks that way, or you sound stupid, but it's something that's gotten better with time.
Yeah. What one of the questions I was going to ask was very much related to this, and I just wanted to kind of elaborate on it further. And ask, did that kind of help you make that decision to
Oh,
reveal
100%.
your face? Okay.
100%. Being surrounded by 4 at the time, 4 incredibly confident, beautiful women who are just kind of like hyping you up and like, you can do this, you deserve to do this just as much as we do. And for them to basically have my back, knowing how difficult it was for me, made everything so much easier.
As someone who's been doing content for the better part of a decade,
Mhm.
it gets easier editing your stuff. Like, trust me, it will get to the point where it just feels natural, even if it takes a while.
I hope so. I got when I started content creation, I was lucky that my husband learned how to edit videos with me or for me. So until I started taking the horror channel more seriously, I had never learned to edit in my life. And I didn't know what I was doing. And then when I sat down and started editing my own videos, I went, oh God, what have I done for the past 3 years? It's like when you hear how silly you sound recording, or when you see like the dumb faces that you make and stuff, it's a shock at first because you're like, oh God, I'm a freak. And then
Yeah.
over time, it's become more natural over the course of the past year.
Well, and not only that, but like I recently started recording with a face cam a couple months ago because most of my content career I just did audio only.
Mhm.
And partially it was because like I would stream showing my face sometimes and people would be like, "Bro, you're ugly," or like, "You're fat." And then they would body shame. And I'm just like, yeah, why would I show my face if I'm just going to get shit on? But eventually, after just ripping the Band-Aid off and just kind of jumping into it, it's made the content a lot more fun, especially for like older games, because if you're being super animated and energetic and having like goofy facial expressions or just jumping around or getting pissed off, it really makes the video way more better than you ever could do with just audio. And if you lean into the absurdity of the expressions, it makes people just want to watch.
Yeah, and even with just audio recordings, like in the beginning, I got shit on all the time, being told I sound like Dory from Finding Nemo. You sound like this,
What
that.
the
Yep.
fuck?
Yep. The entire first year when I started doing content, that was all the comments on my TikTok was, "You sound like Dory from Finding Nemo. You sound like Dory from Finding Nemo."
At least they weren't saying, "You sound like Ellen DeGeneres."
I've heard that as well.
Oh, man.
Well, you sound nothing like either.
Well, appreciate that.
I mean, it's the same voice.
I know, TJ, that's the joke.
When I was
That's the joke, TJ. You got it.
Okay.
Yay!
and then when I moved on to showing my face and stuff, it's like you said, ripping off the Band-Aid is easiest because I was getting criticism, and I still am to this day, left, right, and sideways. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're never going to make everybody happy. One person's going to say, "You're hideous, you're not funny, you sound stupid." The next person's going to fall in love with you. So it's just, everybody has their space in the world, and everybody deserves
It's really
to
bipolar
exist.
like that, I've noticed. Like 50%, 50 calling me ugly, 50% calling me gorgeous. It's like, I don't know what to do.
There's a space for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the world doesn't revolve around how you look, no matter what Hollywood or YouTube or Twitch or whatever tells you. It doesn't revolve around the way that you sound. What matters is what you give to people. And if you can make somebody happy, if you can make them laugh, if you can make them feel better even just for a second, then so be it. I'll take 5 comments telling me I'm hideous over one person telling me they love me.
Aw.
A couple things about that. One of them is that I kind of went through a similar thing with audio in particular, because I've been doing this podcast for like 200 episodes at this point. And the first time I heard my voice on a recording, I was like, what the fuck is that? Why does he sound like this? Yeah.
I was
And
like
I have
that
kind of
too,
like
and
yep.
I was going to say, I Googled it, and it's actually like a psychological phenomenon.
It is. The problem is that when we hear our voice out loud, we hear it inside of our skulls a little bit too. So it sounds different than it's going to sound on a recording. So people just aren't used to it. It's like if you look at a mirror, you're used to the reflected version of yourself. But when you see it in like a picture, it can be very disorienting if you don't take a lot of them. It's just, what you get acclimated to. So it's a very common phenomenon. And I for me, I guess it was just repetition that helped. Just getting very much used to seeing myself, in a waveform and hearing that. So that's what worked for me. Also, it really helped. This is not to toot my own horn, but like when I finally got a comment from someone saying, "Oh, I like your voice, Lars," that really helped, because I didn't feel like such a freak.
It does, yeah. When you get the nice comments that come through that say that you're actually funny, and if you're on camera and stuff, that you look nice or that you sound nice or that your content is really good, it sort of does battle with the imposter syndrome demon in your head when you're telling yourself, listening to all the bad comments and comparing yourself and stuff. And then when you get that one person that just lights up your day, it changes everything.
Yeah. Someone in the chat, by the way, real quick, is asking a final question. B44 Knife says to Jeaire, have you ever met any other popular YouTubers before?
I have, yeah. I met up obviously with the girls. Gabby is getting married to Eddie VR, so I met all of the boys. Laserbeam, basically the whole Australian crew.
Oh, okay.
Because of PAX Aus and meeting up with all of them and recording with the girls and stuff in person. But I'm also friends with other VR creators like Wolf in VR, Fudgy, Wacky Cast. But none of the like super big names like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, although they are on my bucket list.
Well, now you've met us too.
Oh,
I've met Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
What was that? You kind of had marbles in your mouth there.
I said I've met Jacksepticeye before.
Oh, what's he like?
He's kind kind of short. So
Yeah,
TJ, you're fucking 5 foot fuck. Shut the fuck up.
nice.
Hey, I'm 4'11". Come on now. We all need some help getting to the top.
Whoa,
shelf at the
whoa,
grocery store.
whoa.
Jeaire, you said you were 5 foot and 3/4. What's going on?
You liar.
I round up. I round up without shoes. I'm 4'11".
I was gonna say, yeah, she took her shoes off.
That's quite a roundup. Anyway,
I technically qualify for a handicap placard, but I just wear my sneakers and everything's okay.
dude, take it. Yeah, but you get priority parking.
I'll give it to somebody who can't walk. Or someone who actually
Well,
needs
at
it.
4'11", can you walk?
Yeah, barely. I happen to be very
Okay.
clumsy and have snapped both of my ankles multiple times. I am very clumsy.
Oh, what the fuck? Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
That is a gross image. You're right, Tresten, but don't be rude.
No, I can't. I have like a phobia of like bones breaking. It makes me
Oh, okay.
freak the fuck out.
Just like
Ugh.
snapping femurs.
Stop.
Just like
Stop. No.
collarbones.
Stop. No, I can't.
Wait, so hang on. If you don't like broken bones, you're not gonna like the new Saw movie.
No, I'm not. But I like the franchise, so I'm gonna close my eyes.
When I was born, by the way, I broke both of my collarbones on the way out. It was fucked up. Ah!
Yeah. Interesting note, I'm actually a nurse, and that happens more frequently than you think.
You're a nurse?
Mhm.
Okay, so could you please fix my neurological problems and brain damage that I have sustained?
I'm a nurse, not God.
Oh, fuck.
I am so sorry. I can treat.
I would like a treat.
Well, Tresten's gonna be like, ooh, treat.
Well, on that note, thank you, Jeaire, for coming on the show and answering our questions and putting up with the horseshit
craziness.
that we subjected you today.
This has been a blast. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. If people want to find you, where can they go? And could you spell your name?
Jeaire. If you Google it, you'll find me everywhere.
And Lars from Norway, where can people find you? Lars from Norway.
I don't know. There's a loud plane going by. I'm gonna give it a chance. Holy fucking shit.
You should just hitch a
Anyway.
ride.
TA gay.
Wait, don't skip me.
Tiger? Oh, wait, Lars. Oh yeah, sorry. Where are you from?
Can you guys hear that right now? It's chaos
It's
in
so
the sky.
loud.
You sound like you're standing on a battlefield.
Are you in a hurricane?
He's in the middle of like an airfield or something. I don't know.
Yeah, jokes from the beginning aside, no, I'm not in a missile silo. There's just an air show by my house. That's why.
Yeah,
There's one every year, unfortunately.
Lars is the airplane.
So, Lars from Norway, where can people find you?
People can find me here. Yeah, guys, watch the first podcast. Subscribe here on YouTube if that's where you're watching. Go ahead and follow us on audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, etc., etc. And go ahead and check out our Patreon, patreon.com/TO1podcast if you want to get the bonus episodes of the show and early releases of Tresten's videos over on Spaghetto, the gaming channel. And go ahead and join the Discord so you can tune into the calls live while we record the episodes and learn the things that we have to cut out because they are too spicy. TJ, if people want to listen to your music, what's the best way to do that?
But you can also find me on SoundCloud under Tiege, Tiege.
All right, lightning round. For $2 billion, how many years consecutively would you live as a duck?
As a duck, do I have an affinity for fancy bread?
This is a classic.
Yeah, because the original question was 4,300 years. Could you do it?
100%. Find a pond out in the middle of nowhere and just chill.
Wait, no,
Just
ducks
budge.
have corkscrew penises, and you wouldn't be able
Oh,
to fish
dear.
out your car keys out of the storm drain because their penises are not long enough, but they're also very painful for women ducks. No,
But you're a duck. Why do you need car keys?
because what if I drop my keys down the drain and I can't
Well,
reach it?
Tresten,
Will my
that's-
penis reach it?
That's assuming you'll always reincarnate as a male duck. Like, what if you're not a male duck?
Well, then again, if I'm a female duck, I don't want to get butt fucked by a corkscrew cock. That's just Bowser all over again.
Tristan, I don't think their sex is that complicated. They're simple animals.
No, women ducks literally have
Women
vagina
ducks.
mazes.
Ah! Ah! Yeah, I'm worried that the missile silo may be on high alert at the moment. So I gotta go, guys. Let's call it here.
All right, Jeaire, is your favorite color purple?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's purple.
All right, this was the last
stop my
podcast
recording.
because the nukes are incoming.
Shit.
You